When we talk about long losers runs and impressive losers runs in Smash Ultimate, you mostly think of the MkLeo Frostbite 2020 run. He beat a bunch of top 20 talent, and I think it finally has been topped. Spargo went on an 11-set losers run, and I just wanted to show you it, and then we're going to be watching a couple sets because damn, that is impressive. Good job, Spargo. So Spargo lost 3-0 to Hyper Kirby, aka Mugen from Georgia. Very strong Roy, probably the second best Roy in the US. It is a surprising upset because Spargo is really good, but Hyper Kirby is a very talented player, so that's not a huge surprise. It makes sense, right? So Spargo got put down to losers, where he first had to fight Soar, really strong Tri-Main, Steve, Meta Knight, Pokemon Trainer, a couple of other characters from Montreal, and that put Spargo into the top 32. And while Sonix was kind of going in winner's bracket, we have to turn our attention down to Spargo. First, he beat Monty 3-1 with Aegis. I'm assuming the Soar match was Cloud versus Steve, so that is my assumption. Then we have Spargo versus Monty here, Aegis versus Mr. Game & Watch. Then we have Spargo beating Ouch, who is a easily top 20 or 25 player in my opinion. Ouch beat Akola, got 4th at Battle of BC this year, very, very strong. Beat Apollo Kage 3-1, of course Apollo Kage, one of the best snakes in the US. And then to make top 8 had a clincher. It was so stressful against Zomba there. It was so scary. But that put him into the top 8. So again, a lot of already very high level talent, major winning talent, really, really scary. He then beat Beast Mode Paul 3-0. Beast Mode Paul beat Wrath in losers bracket. Shoutouts to only one Sonic being in top 8. Then had to beat Onin, who is one of the highest ranking US players this year. Probably the highest. I think they would be over Light, so I don't think that is a surprise. It's either them or Syrup for the US's specific talent. Then beat one of his demons in MkLeo. MkLeo obviously has a large winning record over Spargo and has beat him multiple times recently too. Even when Spargo was the best player in the world, Leo was still a thorn in his side. Was able to defeat Syrup 3-1 in losers finals, and then beat Sonix twice in grand finals, 3-1 and 3-2 with the Roy. So juggling 3 characters during this run, being the Aegis, the Cloud, the Roy, and I don't even know, maybe he went Piranha Plant against Soar. I'm not 100% sure, but obviously has the Piranha Plant in his back pocket because he won a major with partially Piranha Plant and has beat good players with them. So today we're going to be watching 2 of Spargo's sets during this run. 1, the MkLeo set in loser semis, and then 2, the first set against Sonix, because I don't want to subject y'all to 5 games of Sonic on my channel. So first off, this was going to be a very difficult match for Spargo. Spargo, of course, has lost to the Joker, has lost to the Aegis of Leo. I think that was what the matchup was when they met in Japan. So again, Leo has a very good record versus Spargo. And Spargo, not only did he do this, but he also already had placed second in Rivals of Aether 2. I think he was in Winterside Grands or something like that, or should have won. I remember he didn't hold a ledge as long as he was supposed to. I saw that on from Spargo, I'm pretty sure. So already had a crazy run. I don't know how he did in doubles. I don't know if he entered doubles since he was also entering Rivals of Aether 2. But so already silver medalist there. This is kind of mirroring his crazy stock, by the way. That was really good. Already mirroring his let's make big moves from New York. I'm pretty sure he did super well at both of those events too. I think that was what I covered. I could be wrong about that event. But yeah, either way, right now has the stock lead versus Leo. Gonna avoid that edge guard. Still has limit and double jump, so he should be fine. And sometimes you just choose to go on stage because you'd rather that than take the let's drop. You'd rather take the single hit than take the immediate let's drop. No double jump on Leo right now, but no 2-frame there on that Arsene uppy. It is also in a weird position. Dash attack not going to work for Leo, and that uppy will chunk a good bit of that Arsene, but the spot dodge up smash does even up the stocks. You see Spargo waiting a bit on the Angel platform. I think a little bit too long to maximize that invulnerability, but either way, Leo only getting 2 dash attacks with that Arsene, so not that big of a deal. Oh, Joker's combos lead you so far to the side, and it's really, really scary for Cloud, obviously, as a susceptible character offstage, especially when Arsene Gun is there. Punishing that Rebels Guard, nice stuff by Spargo. 112 is on Leo. Dash attack not going to kill, but very close. However, Arsene is online. Uh-oh. And this set was honestly a big deal for overall how the tournament went, because Leo, not the best versus Steve, so Syrup potentially could have been in grand finals. We of course had Sonix in grand finals, and I think Leo has not beat Sonix since Sonix got super, super good. So that would have been difficult as well. And of course, Sonix had already beat Syrup in Winners Finals. So Spargo was probably the person that Sonix was the most scared of in that Winner Side Grand Finals counter. Not going to hit. And again, tackling on the damage off stage. Okay, I don't hate that side B. It didn't work, obviously, but I think the concept was good. Side B gonna miss there. Leo gonna counter edge guard. No, goes for the out hit of down air. Okay. Does almost get SD killed, but no, able to make it back because of the invulnerability on that Arsene up B. Why is he just up airing him on the Angel Flag? He's like, get down from there. Leo not able to get anything more with that Arsene. Unfortunate for him. But Spargo still needs quite a bit of damage to get Leo into an uncomfortable position. Oh, but that up B is going to be so good there. It is fast enough. I believe that forward air is -9 or something like that. Down throw nair fair. Going to try to carry Spargo off stage. Not going to get it. Good DI on that. And a good Rebels guard. So Arsene is online yet again. Went for a forward smash. Was that on purpose? It looked like it was on purpose because he kind of like leans his head in with it and he's not like surprised at it. So maybe he just thought it was a punish. What did he try to forward smash? The spot dodge? Oh no, he tried to punish the grab. Yeah, hell no, that's not going to punish that. That's crazy. And then, of course, Spargo just punishes it with up smash. That is going to be 1-0 for Spargo. Leo going to counterpick to the smaller stage of Small Battlefield, which I agree with because, again, you are expecting a lot of longer, like, horizontal combos from Joker. So the less room on stage, the better. Spargo's also been using a lot of empty jumps thus far. I mean, obviously, like, it's one of the main things you have to do as Cloud, but he has gotten a lot of empty jump side Bs, a lot of empty jump grabs already, even in just the one game, so he's already thoroughly in the mix. Up throw, up air. I like that turnaround for Leo to make it so that DI out would have had to been off stage. Not going to get anything more, but still has a good position overall. Back air trading with Cloud down air. I'm not sure if that means how good Cloud down air is or how good Joker back air is. Okay, side B on that air dodge, knowing he can't get a guaranteed edge guard, so he might as well start getting some percent. MG jumps coming out for Leo, but ends up finding a jab across the stage. Arsene is gone. Gun not going to be the kill. Kind of surprised he got that grab. That was like really far distance-wise. Leo able to get back on stage, and up smashing Spargo's whiff is going to be a stock lead for Leo this time. Down throw, fair, back air, not double back air. Whoa, buddy, is that the stream quality or was that my computer freaking out? That's the VOD. Okay, that is the VOD. Yeah, that ledge jump down air is so good for Cloud. It's one of those options like you have to really respect, but if you do something too early to try to like hit the ledge jump, then you get hit by like ledge jump up air, which is not fun. Or sorry, ledge hop up air. Leo not able to get a ton of percent yet, so, you know, the lead is pretty small, especially if he gets that kill immediately, which Spargo does with that dash attack. That is going to be only a 24% lead. A lot of spot dodges, reads the add a shield option, and now Spargo has the lead immediately with limit online. This is a very threatening position due to that higher mobility. Can, of course, get some early kills off stage with it, because not only does like limit cross slash kill off stage, he's able to go further off stage because of that limit up B. Nice parry by Spargo as well, not letting Leo do anything for free. Okay, gets the double jump there. That's going to be a spike. No, misses it again. That weird two frame. Like, he goes from like a really low position into this like kind of through the stage position. I'm actually kind of surprised that down air missed. Maybe he just did it a little bit too early because it looked pretty good. That's going to be a punish for Leo. Not going to be the kill, but still good damage. Spargo using that side B to stall in the air, have time to get that limit and also more height, which is very good for him. And the limit cross slash randomly connects from Leo, full hopping in that awkward position. Like, that wasn't really his fault. That was just a really strange spot, like a couple weird interactions. The fair drag not going to work. Yeah, that gun is so good. He also fast fell in a weird way and going for, again, that down B, the Rebels guard. But Spargo learning from that crazy clip at the Throne last year and is starting to punish these Rebel guards releases. Like, I love that parry there. That was so good by Spargo, and so he actually has the lead. Again, Leo didn't create a strong lead before. Will Spargo? No, he won't. He literally won't create any lead now. There's just some extra Arsene bar online, and so this is a very even game too. Again, more Rebels guards. That cross slash will punish, but having Arsene at 30, not a bad gig. What did he try to do? I can't tell if people are like missing their parries on like these forward airs or like trying to roll or spot dodge or what happens. He tried to roll, I think, to the right. It's hard to tell. But so yeah, now Spargo, huge lead right now. 81%, has limit online, still lost it actually. Oh, no, he didn't. Is that going to kill? I don't think so. Oh my god, that killed. That was a crazy stock for Spargo. 81%, didn't care. That's limit cross slash. Goodbye. That is the one advantage of that limit cross slash over the Roy side, because I know that's a huge comparison. Is that Roy side beat, you need some stage. For limit cross slash, you really don't. So Spargo's already up 2-0. Nice parry on that bear. I feel like a lot of people, like, I know Spargo's mix-ups are really good with the parrying, but I feel like you still have to attempt to parry these forward airs, especially forward airs, less so back airs because they're -3, so I don't even know how much that's going to make a difference, but you have to parry these forward airs. When Spargo is facing in front of you, you have to try to parry them. It is so, so important. Down tilt's going to combo. Oh, it almost killed because it crossed up. Down throw, good DI by Spargo. Not going to be able to get back aired there. And fighting his way out of the corner can be really difficult against that Arsene back air as well as that F tilt and dash attack. Leo finds an up smash. What a crazy find there. And limit, of course, has subsided. Cross slash going to literally chunk like half of Arsene gone. Maybe a little less than half, but like, damn, that's crazy. Yeah, he can Rebels guard the rising aerials, less so the falling aerials. Misses the tech chase as well. And Spargo looking very close to taking this lead yet again. I mean, Leo had the lead last game. He just wasn't able to extend it on that first stock. Second Arsene for this stock. Down air 2-frame. No. Trying to find a dash attack in the corner yet again. The counter. It's not even going to kill. That's honestly insane. But he has the... I thought he was going to counter the uppy, actually. He was able to up air through the guns. That's insane, actually. Ooh, beautiful up tilt by Leo. I don't know what would have punished that better. Maybe like a down smash, but also up tilt is faster, so I'm not sure if the down smash would have truly punished considering Spargo led in the front. Is Leo able to extend the lead in this game? I honestly don't remember what the set count was when I looked at the start GG. Okay, gets another Rebels guard, but again, not able to find a solid hit, only 10%. Leo needs these leads to be bigger because Spargo's having like significantly more explosive stocks because it's Spargo and he does that. That's one of the best things about him is he can literally turn the most defensively skilled players and just literally destroy them over the course of like 6 or 7 seconds, and it doesn't matter. Needed to air dodge there. And a downer spike. Dude, that's just going to do... Like, look at that. That was insane for Spargo. Beautiful timing on this. But you can literally see where, like, Joker's body is when you 2-frame him. That's what I was talking about, how it's kind of weird. Like, even though he grabs it here, he, like, teleports to the right when he gets hit. I don't know why. Which is honestly a bad thing for Joker because a lot of characters, when they get 2-framed, they can SDI into the stage and tech. Joker can't. Joker cannot do that, so that downer through the stage is going to be the stock for Spargo. And again, destroying some of the most defensively sound players in the world. That's what I'm talking about. Leo's defense is really good, and Spargo just created an entire stock for him. Barely got hit in like 10 or 15 seconds. That is what I'm talking about. That is the strength of Spargo, especially Spargo's Cloud, of course. You know, the Aegis is a little bit different. It's more just like solid advantage states and just like really good positioning. Oh, is that going to be I thought it was going to finishing touch low-key. Oh, cross slash to the wrong side. That should be the stock for Leo. Yes, it is, but 71%. Like, the difference when Spargo has a lead and when Leo has a lead, Leo's gotten like 10, 25, 30%, whereas Spargo has 71, which basically means that Leo's like 1 hit away or 2 hits away from kill percent, which is not what not the spot you want to be in versus this demon Cloud. Okay, Nair fair. Oh, it's looking pretty good. Oh, but he does get limit, of course. No counter either. Leo unfortunately lost Arsene basically right then when he tried to use that Tetracorn. Or he was just trying to get extra meter. It's hard to tell. But putting yourself in the corner, I'm assuming he wanted the counter because you never want to put yourself in the corner versus Spargo. It's literally his best position. Downer out of shield. Such a good development that Spargo created when he started becoming honestly really dominant. That downer out of shield is insane. And Leo's basically 1 hit away from losing. Not that hit, but dash attack and up smash on the Rebels guard. And that is going to be Spargo with a 3-0 again. Leo has kind of been destroying Spargo recently. Set count has been very in his favor, so Spargo is looking poised to take the tournament, defeated Syrup in losers finals, and then now we're going to be watching the first set of grand finals, and I'll watch like the very end of set 2 just so we can get like the pop off and the fanfare and stuff like that. But yeah, this set is I'm gonna scroll down. It is 58. Oh, you can't see it. 58 minutes and 18 seconds. I don't know if part of that is like an interview or something. That's mostly gameplay, honestly. Like, that is gameplay up until minute like 47. So I'm not gonna be watching all of that. So again, Sonix does have to fight Spargo's Roy in these positions. Both Aegis and Cloud are a bit too susceptible to edge guarding. Roy has a lot better of a time because he can recover like horizontally, basically. Like, he can recover at like diagonals, which the other characters can't. So it gives Sonic a little bit too much time to, you know, get into position to edge guard him. And of course, Sonix had an amazing tournament, and I do want to talk about that while we're kind of just going to be watching neutral here for a bit. But Sonix had a fantastic tournament, beat Hurt, was very strong. Sonix has struggled a lot to get top 8 at these majors. majors. And finally, I feel like this tournament, we're like, yeah, that's the Sonix we're expecting. He was beating the Steves, he was beating Hurt, he was beating a lot, basically, I mean, literally everyone he played. He was in winner's side of grand finals, but it didn't look particularly close against a lot of his opponents, other than Anand in winter semis. That was an incredibly tense set, because Anand, of course, has been playing super well recently. So, you know, Sonix able to defeat that, and now was just literally one set away from winning his first major of 2025, and it would be a super major too. Yeah, that jab going to be a little bit safe when spaced, but the reason Spargo goes Roy here is, again, the recovery is a little bit better, and of course he's able to have better burst options that are a little bit more mix-ups, right? Like run up into jab is a lot better for Roy than anything else is for Cloud. Run up into side B is a nice mix-up, and of course it can kill. He has really strong ledge trapping still, has a good out of shield option in terms of up B, has armor, and he's just mostly able to burst down Sonic in ways that the other two characters aren't without sacrificing the fragility that Aegis has, right? Like Aegis is the character. It's like, oh, well, you think like you can just play the same game Sonic does, but then when Aegis goes off stage, you actually just die. And that is why we saw Spargo do this at Supernova, which I believe was the first time he did that, and then continued his victory, or like the, you know, this character choice at the Luminosity Invitational in South Florida, like the back to school one that Cola won. So he's again been, ooh, what a tech. I'm kind of surprised that wasn't untechable, to be honest. But having consistent kill confirms and good kill potential is really important against Sonic, because sometimes even the characters that do well versus Sonic, like Pikachu, like if you can't get a kill on a Pika early, or you can't air to air in these like disadvantaged positions with kill moves, it can be really difficult to kill him, since Sonic is able to put himself in very good positions overall. Sonix cannot neutral get up a lot at at higher percents, because that is what lost him the Supernova set. And again, Spargo just willing to just F throw for like 6% instead of going for the down throw combo, just to be like, hi, I just want to get you off stage because the corner is where I can get the most money. Oh, tries to get the falling up air, could have been something bigger. Again, respecting the space, and he's backing up just a little bit, which is what you need to do against Sonic. You can't give him too much space or he gets to spin, especially invincibly with spin dash as opposed to spin charge. And again, contesting the space in front is super important, because the Sonic players will like to do run up jab, and that is why you see Spargo go for these side Bs. And it's also like pretty hard to punish because of the Rekka type mix up. Gets the roll as well. Sonic's unable to do anything. I guess he doesn't want to jump either, because Roy's up air is super good, but I think ledge jump is still the best option. Granted, Spargo does sometimes meaty these jabs, you know, and hit the ledge jump, but I still think that's like a good option for him. But I think he underuses it in this matchup. Granted, I play Pikachu, so I just get to quick attack, so I don't quite understand the fear that every character has to deal with when it comes to Roy on ledge. Ooh, nice mix up with the grab there, knowing Sonix doesn't really have an out of shield option there. What is he doing? He went off stage versus Sonix for no reason and then give up the position. I mean, he didn't take that much damage, but oh, and gets the SDI down. The back air honestly looked correct for Sonix, and then yeah, he gets to swat out these these spin dashes with these F tilts, which is super strong. It's like, okay, I literally can just hit it because I'm disjointed, like that every sword character can do, but Roy has really good arcs for it with that F tilt going high and the jab going low. Yeah, it seems just so much more difficult for Sonix to get these positions of, you know, the strong neutral positions, like because of the fast faller nature. Like another aspect of what is better for Roy than the other two characters that Spargo plays, like the other two sword characters, I don't think he's ever going to go plant versus Sonix, is the jump to landing speed is so much faster for Roy with really big swatting hitboxes. Again, I feel like the difference between Roy's forward air hitting up to down is going to be a lot different than Aegis's down to up, because you're basically just doing an immediate landing aerial. Whereas in this position, Spargo gets to forward air. Spargo gets to forward air. If Sonic stayed on the ground, the end of the forward air would hit him, but otherwise if he jumps, this higher end can hit him. So literally just like the difference between a down to up angle and an up to down angle is it's literally so important, specifically in this matchup, which is one of the reasons I feel like Spargo has chosen to go Roy. And again, just like random kill potential at the ass is nice too. But yeah, able to swat out is so good. Spargo's position against Sonic is also just like some of the best in the world, like if not the best in the world. I mean, Spargo probably is the best player against Sonic in the world. I don't know who even would be close. Oh, nice confirm there by Sonix. Doesn't get the back air, so nothing crazy, but he should be able to get a kill here. Yes, on the high recovery spring, that should be the stock. Yeah, just gonna go out there. Does get hit, so some extra damage. Granted, you're at 155. I don't know the difference in kill potentials. I mean, I guess up throw maybe. Speaking of up throw. This is the rage combo. You can see how much Sonix is struggling to like find an opening. Granted, he's winning, so he doesn't have to find an opening. There's only a minute and 43 left on the clock. It honestly hasn't even felt like actual camping. Like, this has just been very like, you know, both players understand where their win cons are. Or where the threats are. Also getting, oh, nice uppie, that is going to be the stock. Yeah, the down tilt in these movement positions that aren't spin-based is also going to be really nice because you actually get to get even earlier kills than basically any character would off of those tech chases. Nice parry. Spargo's so ready for it. Solid damage, and again, yeah, good juggling for Roy overall, so it will make it a little bit easier to keep Sonic in the air, so it's actually bad for Sonix to just mash uppie out of combos, which he can do versus a lot of the cast. Good damage for Sonix, 60% lead, a minute left. This is looking scary. Again, the side B in the corner, I'm not sure how much Sonix is able to do against that. It almost comboed downer forward smash, would have been crazy. But yeah, that 2-frame is also gnarly. You can get downer back air, you can just get the actual spike 2-frame. But like, Sonix is basically at death percent at the corner here. I don't think jab back air would kill, but side B probably would. We have 30 seconds. Spargo got to find a hit, or it is going to be 1-0 for Sonix. I do know Sonix wins a game in this set, but I don't know which one. There we go. Let's jump. That's what I'm talking about, baby. But also only a 25% lead. Really uncomfortable. He did the neutral get up. And Spargo's just swatting him from side to side, which unfortunately is taking a lot of time between the hits in order for Spargo to like be able to hit him again. Gets hit by the spin and the F tilt 122. There is a 5% deficit, but of course I think at this point you kind of want to be aggressive here because you don't want to get hit by that fast blue demon of Sonic. So yeah, he stays in there, doesn't let Sonix get corner for free, because if Sonix wants to disengage and just kind of go away from Spargo, he would of course be losing, and so he would lose to timeout if it's like grab ledge, roll on ledge, or something like that. So we couldn't really do that, so we had to be a little bit more aggressive, and Spargo was just ready for it. And of course you can punish homing attack regardless of which side it is if you are ready for it, and that is going to be 1-0 for Spargo. Spargo banned PS2, FD, Kalos, which FD and Kalos are not that good for Roy as a whole, and then banning PS2 just because it is really, really big, and it's hard to track down Sonic. Is he dead? That's what I'm talking about with that down air. So a slightly different position and less rage on Spargo, sorry. He died. Roy is really good as a character, by the way. I'm so glad my character does well versus him because this character's crazy. Okay, and a side B. So like, look at this lead that Spargo has. He hasn't been touched yet, finally does. But this is like, Sonix is good enough that he could surmount this, but like, it's been so hard for Sonix to get meaningful hits in this matchup because like Spargo is so ready. Like, all of their sets online have just proven so valuable for the experience against both Sonic the character for Spargo and also just Sonix the player, knowing the habits and knowing how they play so consistently. Like, this is not a match you would expect to be like, yeah, this is losers. This is the loser side of Grand Finals, is Spargo. Like, this is looking confident. This is looking poised. Granted, he's been playing really well, had a huge losers run. I don't know how he's not tired. Like, I don't know how you get second in Rivals, have to do the craziest losers run of all time, and then you're just like, fine. Like, you're not tired at all. Like, I don't know what Spargo's drinking, what he's eating. I need to know the secrets. But like, look at this. Spargo has literally only taken like 2 hits, and Sonix is at death percent second stock. Fighting the anti-airs there, but again, like, look, it's been so difficult for Sonix to get anything meaningful because Spargo's just willing to swat the Sonic out at just like every single point. It's been so difficult for him to find, like, when it's so hard to find Spargo slipping. Spargo is never slipping, I feel like, in this matchup. It's so scary. Like, I know the last game was like last hit. Oh, that could have been forward smash, I think. But like, I feel like none of those decisions were because Spargo like did something wrong. It was just like Sonix would read what Spargo did perfectly. And again, a lot of small chip percentage, right? Like, there still wasn't anything huge last game that Sonix did. It was just like, he got an edge guard pretty early, which was nice. But yeah, runs up and up smash, just saying, if this doesn't hit, I'm going to lose the game anyway. So it's fine. But still, an entire stock down. Gets the grab, but Spargo, of course, DIing correctly. Never mind. Beautiful combo by Sonix. That was legitimately so good in order to get back to that platform that Spargo was avoiding by DIing to the right on that throw. That's honestly insane. Sonix, you're crazy. This is looking so good. See, like, he can come back, right? This is like the first meaningful advantage state he's had in both games. Yeah, able to swat out with the ground moves and the air moves. It's really, really hard for Sonic to do his normal thing in this matchup. I'm not saying like Roy wins this matchup necessarily, but just like Spargo understands Sonic so well to the point where he's just like able to make it incredibly difficult for Sonix to get a meaningful hit. But again, I don't know if that's a matchup thing or just Spargo diff. Walk up grab, and look at this. Like, even though Sonix got so much percent, he didn't get a kill, and now Spargo has Sonix in the corner yet again, and it's looking really, really scary. Parries the first hit as well. His reactions on like spin releases are also insane. Like, that doesn't make sense. Ooh, no double jump. This should be the stock. No, but Sonix gets like a weird, I don't think he meant to spin release off like that. I don't know. That looked weird to me. Oh, beautiful dash attack. Spargo finds it. That's a 2-0 for him. That was such a random dash attack too. I mean, it was a punish on an F tilt, but I feel like he didn't react to that F tilt and he was just going to do that anyway. Yeah, like he just landed and did it. That was just assuming that Sonix would not be ready, that he would dash in and try to get a jab, dash in, dash grab. And he was like, I'm just going to throw out a kill move. In worst case, I'm winning by a stock. Sonix goes back to small battlefield, which makes sense. I mean, he did get his one meaningful opening because of those, like, and all that damage because of the platforms. So if he's able to make use of those platforms again in this game, and hopefully without an incredible first stock by Spargo, it can be a little bit easier. Yeah, these forward airs are just so good. Able to punish things with up air out of shield as well. Misses the up air, unfortunate for Sonix. And of course that is too safe, so you're not actually able to get anything major back here. Oh, and a bad air dodge, not the right angle, or expected to be a little bit higher. So Sonix is down an entire stock yet again. And yeah, Sonix is trying to readjust himself, knowing that Spargo's not going to approach in these positions, so he's just trying to like recompose and kind of get his hands ready for whatever's going to come. Got another hit again. But again, the immediate retort. I love the side beast in order to catch all the spins, because you don't have to time it as well as a lot of other moves. So you just kind of use the side beast and you're like, I'll just mash this and it will hit one of them. I don't think Sonic is fast enough to get through. Forward smash. It did. Gets the 2 frame. That is going to be an evening up. This corner has been so successful for Spargo. Sonic's fighting out though with a forward air, does the correct fastballs as well. That's going to be some good damage. Edge guard potential, yes, still has double jump, but this is an uncomfortable position. Back air barely misses. I'm not going to blame Sonix for that one. That's a hard one to do because again, that Roy uppy is relatively difficult to edge guard with your body, unless you have like a crazy disjoints, which Sonic has some disjoints, but they're not like that. Ooh, nice homing attack too. Almost gets the air dodge, but no, not quite. And again, retorting with that spin. It's been so good for Spargo to just side beat that. Up smash not working because that move kind of sucks. Edge guard, spring, not going to hit the 2 frame. Back throw again. Like, the craziest thing about Spargo starting to use Roy is, like, I feel like seeing Cola versus Sonix was just, like, so in Sonix's favor. And I know it literally happened at the tournament, the Luminosity back to school tournament or whatever, is that, like, Spargo won against Sonix there in losers bracket because they both had like subpar pools performances, but like in pools, the one person Sonix had beat was that hit. The one person that Sonix beat was Cola 3-1 or 3-2 or something. How did that back air hit? That did not look correct. That must be hitbox interpolation because what? Like he jumps in, but literally Sonic is in the. I guess. Look at that hitbox. That is not where the sword was, but very generous for Roy. But either way, Sonix has a big lead, right? 80% is pretty huge. Has been playing very well this game. Got a couple of meaningful hits, and that's like the big difference, right? Is the reason that Sonix is so good. Oh, he has no double jump. This is probably going to be game. No, fights back. Okay, spring yet again. Ledge slip forward air. I feel like Sonix is like the ledge slip guy. He's been really, really good at it. I think that's the edge guard there. Sonix bring a game to himself in this set because it has been looking very dominant for Spargo. Even that first stock was really good for Spargo, but not good enough. I'm going to go back to small battlefield. Spargo likes the stage as well. I'm not sure what a better counter pick would be because like I feel like Roy doesn't really like Smashville like that, especially considering you can't just like up B a ton in this matchup because Sonic will punish you and Sonix is like really good at those punishes. Yeah, willing to just be around the ledge and just make the ledge trap so scary. Again, Spargo's ledge trapping some of the best in the business, regardless of character. Granted, he plays 4 very strong ledge trapping characters, because like Aegis's edge trapping is very good, so is Roy's, so is Cloud's, so is Piranha Plant's. So he knows the strengths of pitting people off stage and dealing a bunch of damage, and Sonic's right now trying to get some more damage, but misses that back air again. Have been slightly off on the combos so far. Yeah, that jab is going to be punishable by forward air. That's like one of the big things, because I feel like Sonix just has to be, in order to like improve at this matchup, he just has to be very, very ready to punish like everything, which is super hard to do because when you mental stack those punishes, and like looking out for those things, that's when you get mixed up, which Spargo, of course, super good with mix-ups, super good with like the side B timings and empty jump grabs, even though Roy doesn't get that much off of grabs outside of low percent. But like, it's something that Sonix needs to do without just sacrificing the entire rest of his game plan, which is super difficult. Reads the spot dodge there, nair. So Sonix has a lead, but doesn't get the kill. He overextends just a little bit on that back air. Again, the fast faller nature, a little bit, you know, it's hard to see that fast fall after that double jump because it was in the blast zone when that happened. Shield poke, no, not going to get that cheese. And again, getting a weak fair, decent percent. Sonix trying to fight back. I love the fact that Spargo's just willing to go off stage there. Like, it's so scary to do versus Sonic, but I love the fact that he's willing to do it because, of course, Sonix doesn't want to recover high because that is just going to be eaten up by Roy with these up airs, forward airs, side Bs. Whoa, how is he ready for that? That was so much extra damage. How is he ready for that trade? And just be like, oh, okay, boop. Like, the reactions are crazy. Oh, reads the empty jump and gets a pivot cancel F tilt, almost killing it literally 80%. Yeah, that's insane that it almost kills at 80 because of that max rage. But then, again, willing to just read the recovery by Sonix. It's so scary because, again, you've seen Spargo punish the low recovery with those down airs, so he's trying to do something different, maybe make it a little bit harder to time. And again, Spargo still not slipping on any of these like neutral positions where Sonix is trying to find just like any hit. It's been so difficult for him to find any hit. Up tilt kill, I've never seen that move kill, and that is the type of desperation that you see because of how good Spargo plays this matchup. Like, I'm not saying that like Sonix is a desperate player, but just like in this instance, because of how potent Spargo is at this matchup, it's just like he needs anything. Literally anything is okay. Damage, not gonna get the sweet spot though, so not gonna get a full combo, but still he's up a stock and 40%. Again, this is just looking so good for Spargo. Not up being a lot unless there's a very obvious position like an aerial, like a high aerial that Sonix does. He's just using the position so well. He's throwing out moves that can just make it a little bit difficult in case that he's wrong with these forward airs, these nairs. You see, like, there's a reason why he's doing all that stuff, and it's to just like swat out Sonix when, just in case, because Sonix does, of course, just like randomly run up and jab you like a lot. It's literally one of his main openers other than spin, and so you have to be ready for that. Spargo wincing there because being in this position is really scary against Sonix because, again, Sonix is still one of the most capable players, especially in advantage state in the world. 2-frame, misses it, gets punished by the nair too. That's really nice. Misses the tech as well. Thought he could probably A-land. Down air not going to hit. Up air, back air, yes, finds it. Insane for Sonix there. I don't know why they made up air auto cancel like that. What a back air find. I was going to be like, that shouldn't kill unless Sonix was holding back. But really good read in the corner there. Beautiful grab by Sonix. That was insane. But again, not able to get big combos because of that rage. So he only gets like an up air, which is not that bad. No double jump on Sonix right now, which again is relevant because most characters aren't going to do anything off stage, but Spargo absolutely will. The jab not hitting, dash attack, not going to get the reset. Again, one hit away from the reset of bracket. Air dodge, gets the ledge jump. See, like, that's why I understand why Sonix isn't going for a bunch of ledge jumps, because like Spargo is just a demon and will just call you out like that because he's really good at the game. But like, you still kind of have to most of the time because like neutral getup gets you killed way earlier than that. Like 130, you're kind of just screwed to everything. Honestly, at 130, neutral getup is better because jab won't confirm into anything, so he has to like kill you with F tilt or side B or something like that. So maybe you just have to like think of the different positions. So that was the reset. I'm gonna watch like the end of game 5 because again, grand final set 2 was game 5. So I'm gonna watch just like the last little. What happened? How is it 3 stocks to 1? Well, he hit the F tilt on the neutral getup, as I said, so Spargo's ready for everything. Okay, so let's watch this last stock. Sonix is a little out of it. Again, like, having this type of deficit against Spargo is really, I'm going to say it's basically impossible to come back from. I don't know if there's a single player in the world that has ever come back from a 3 stock to 1 stock deficit against Spargo on like any of his characters, because he's still God, you know, like, you know, regardless of like what the rankings are going to show this season, because a bunch of the Japanese players did super well, Spargo is still Spargo, you know what I'm saying? Sonix does get the edge guard there, so it's not looking super, I mean, it's looking kind of over, but it's not looking super over, you know what I'm saying? And again, Spargo just ready, knowing like every little position, he's like, oh, I'm scared, I need to actually be scared here, let me shield, I need to be ready. And again, just swatting out at perfect times. Like, how did he even get that jab? He just read the jump. Like, fair jab is just going to cover so much space and time, and it's so hard to whiff punish Roy because of it. That's going to be a punish, yeah, reading it, and again, Sonix also messed up his auto cancel just a little bit. Spargo 1 hit away. F tilt across stage, not going to do it. Spike? Nice tech by Sonix. He's still in it. I mean, he's not, but, you know. Spargo trying his best, but literally, I think literally grab will kill here. So it's looking pretty rough. Misses the nair. That would have been so good. He ends up with up smash. He could have just gone with up air, but up smash is better. But like that honestly could have potentially been a kill for, like, again, that's another really good thing about Spargo is I feel like in every position, no matter what, like obviously like sometimes he holds in because it's Cloud or something, but when he's not necessarily just scared of getting edge guarded, his DI choices are impeccable. Because if you DI out here, like this was just a hope for Sonix that he would DI out on this nair, because if you DI out, you get spin charge into forward air, which probably could have been the stock, and it could have potentially had Sonix be winning. But DI in there, you do not have that threat at all. You can get like forward air or back air, but that can happen with both DI in and DI out. So it doesn't really matter, and he's just so correct. The homing attack doesn't work. He gets up smashed. That is how Roy has won majors recently, with Cola winning that Luminosity tournament and Spargo winning Gommel forever. It's been his first super major win since Let's Make Big Moves in January. Spargo just playing so well. Again, arguably, I think inarguably the best loser bracket run, because like even though Leo's bracket run was insane and had him beating technically like higher ranked opponents, it's 2025. The game has developed so much. He's using multiple characters. So like people were still bad in 2020, right? Like even though everyone was really good in 2020, people were worse in 2020, so made more mistakes in general. 2025, the game is so optimized and so difficult. There's more matchups, there's more difficulty, and Spargo was able to beat some of the best of all of these characters. Beating his demon was able, I don't know how he did it. I don't know how he did it. Spargo's just truly different. And yeah, that is going to be it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed. Let me know what else you want me to watch from Gommel Forever, because I'll probably be doing that for stream tonight and just be watching a bunch of stuff. But that was really, really impressive for Spargo. Incredible play. I want to do like a one game of each set he won, but I know some of the sets like weren't on stream. So yeah, great stuff to Spargo. Shout outs. Again, congrats to Sonix for getting second place. That is really, really good considering the slump he's been in this first half of the season. Like he's going to have a really low ranking relative to what we expect of Sonix given the past couple of years. But this is a really good sign for him that it's like, oh, well, the second half, I'm going to be chilling. I'm going to be good. So yeah, thank you all. As always, social media and partner stuff is down below, and I will see you all next time. Peace.